Hello everyone. Welcome to this session, a student's guide to sustainable design and fashion. Let us begin our presentation with a story. The name of the story is Summer Vacation Project. The teacher announced in the class, students, in your summer vacation, all of you will research on the topic sustainable fashion. Share your observations and practices after the school reopens. All the students were excited. They started studying through books, magazines, exploring internet, asking questions in Google, asking Alexa, and they found very interesting facts. 10.5 million tons of clothes go to the landfills each year. Second-hand stores are only able to sell 20% of the clothes they receive. One of the students was shocked to find the environmental impact of textiles. Can you believe 2,700 liters of water is needed to produce one t-shirt, which is enough drinking water for one person for 2.5 years. Another student was shocked to find that washing clothes not only cleans the clothes but also has environment. 0.5 million tons of microfibers from washing synthetics are released in the ocean every year. This accounts for 35% of primary microplastics released into the environment. Some throw away facts of fashion. It takes 700 gallons of water to make a cotton shirt. Clothes can take up to 40 years to decompose. Shoes can take up to 1,000 years to break down. 70% of the world wears a second-hand clothes. One of the students found that her impulsive buying habits has ended up piles of clothes in her wardrobe. She donated few of the clothes and only kept the clothes which she wears. So when the school reopened, the students came out with their findings and observations and decided that they will buy from sustainable brands. One of the students said, I will wear clothes made of natural yarns and dyes. I will learn to stitch my own clothes and I will donate my clothes and I will mix, match, and wear old clothes rather than buying new ones. The teacher was very pleased. She said, very good students, our buying choices and practices will have a positive impact on our planet. So welcome everyone, and topic for today is Introduction to Sustainability and Projects on Sustainable Design. Let me give you a formal introduction about myself. My name is Dr. Paramita Sarkar and I am an ethnographic researcher, faculty, designer and storyteller. I completed my graduation in English Honours from Tripura University in the year 2000, after which I have studied 3 years advanced diploma in fashion technology from Wigan and Lee College, Kolkata, and later I completed my Masters of Design and PhD from National Institute of Fashion Technology, New Delhi. I am very passionate about working with tribal handlooms and handicrafts. Currently, I am working as an assistant professor at National Institute of Fashion Technology, Kangra, Himachal Pradesh. I also hold experience working in export-oriented industries and NGO sector and have worked in Kolkata, Mumbai and Delhi, and currently, as I have mentioned, I am in Kangra, Himachal Pradesh. So I have mentioned that I am an ethnographic researcher. So what does an ethnographic researcher do? So we go to various communities, study their culture, their lifestyle, their food, the costumes they wear. So the pictures you see are from the field visits I made in Tripura for studying the Riyang tribe. And what I found was they follow a sustainable lifestyle. They use resources which is in their surroundings. They have low carbon footprints and they weave their own clothes. The young lady will weave their clothes on a loin loom, which is made of bamboos, and The cloth is a rectangular piece of fabric similar to a sari but shortened in the length and which is worn as a wraparound skirt, and the upper part is also worn with a narrower fabric. Now this doesn't require them to cut the fabric and no wastage during stitching like it happens with other garments, and since they weave their own clothes, they use them for a longer time. And I have been talking about sustainability a lot, and I'm sure most of you know the meaning of it. For whom it is still not clear, I will say the definition of sustainability is sustainability means meeting our own needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In addition to natural resources, we also need social and economic resources. So, the theory of triple bottom line, also known as the three P's, where the P stands for people, planet, and profit, shows that any business model based on sustainable model needs to have the three P's. People or social, where you take care about your employees and communities, planet, where you take care that the process of your manufacturing, use of raw material, or any processes is not harmful to your planet. And of course, there has to be a profit which is considered by the company financial review. Now, let us talk about few of these terminologies which you have heard: upcycling, downcycling, and recycling. So, any product which becomes a waste can be again converted into another product, and designers are constantly working on it. So, if the new product which is developed from the older product has a higher value, is known as upcycling. If the new product has same value from the previous product, is known as recycling. Whereas the new product, if the value of the product is lower than the previous waste material, is known as downcycle. In today's presentation, I will be giving you many examples of upcycling fashion. Downcycle, to give an example, you have seen your grandmothers or mothers using old clothes at home for cleaning the kitchen or the floor. So there was a t-shirt which became old and now it has been turned into a rugged cloth and used for cleaning purpose. The rugged cloth's value is less than the t-shirt, and so it is an example of downcycling. Recycling is when you create products or a new product which has similar value to the previous product, is known as recycle. So you must have heard about recycled plastic, recycled glass, recycled clothes. So these are some examples. A very interesting term, slow fashion. Slow fashion comes from a very similar concept of slow food and fast food. So what is fast food? Fast food is you are very angry, you're very hungry, and you go to a place and you order for a fast food. So fast foods like burgers, pizzas, it takes few seconds, or few minutes to make those food and they are being served. And you are full, but soon you are hungry. In 1 hour or 2 hour, you feel hungry and you feel like eating something else. Whereas when your mother cooks a meal, lunch or dinner, it takes time for the meal to be cooked. It takes hours for the mother to cook the meal. And when you eat it, you are full. And for 4, 5 hours, you are full and you don't feel like eating something. So unlike fast fashion, which is fast moving of fashion, buying new clothes every time, slow fashion, designers are trying nowadays to create an emotional bond between the product and the buyer. So you buy a t-shirt and you wear it and you love it, and then after some time the color goes away and everybody says, oh, it's not looking good, throw it away, and you say, no, I love this t-shirt. You wear it for some time and then you feel, the fabric is really soft and maybe I can turn it into a cushion cover. After some time, I feel, I can it gets worn out, and still there are parts of the fabrics which are very good. And I say, look, when I can make a small pouch of this cushion cover. So what happens here? You are increasing the life cycle of the t-shirt by creating an emotional bond with the buyer. So that is an example of slow fashion. Cradle to Cradle is a name of a book, and Cradle to Cradle is a concept of circular fashion which says you make a product, use it for a certain period of time, and again then recreate the product again for using it either through upcycling, downcycling, or recycling. So I will give you some examples of upcycling products and fashion today. So the first picture which you see is a project by a Mexican artist, Pedro. He created musical instrument using seized weapons by the police department in Mexico, and the project was known as Disarmed Project. Another artist, Gille Monte from France, makes upcycle robots. He will go and pick up waste materials from the dumping ground and create wonderful products like robots. So I will today show you some examples of design projects which is done by students at NIFT Kangra Center. So you all of you can visit our website NIFT Kangra where work of our students are being displayed. So I will share two virtual fashion shows which were conducted last year, because due to pandemic we could only create a virtual fashion show where students have worked on various projects. I have picked up today two projects done by our students on sustainable fashion. So let us view this project. The first project I'm going to show you is by Miss Priya, and she has created garments which are multifunctional, can be worn on both sides. The same jacket can be worn for a casual or a formal occasion. And for packaging of jackets, you have different kinds of bags which are there. She has made a coat which has a attachment. When it is little manipulated, it can be its own cover or own packaging also. So let us see the fashion show.
The next designer is Priya Yadav. Her collection, Multiway, is inspired from the European military uniforms from the time period of 1940s to the 1950s. As today, it has become a huge competition and habit to follow trends and grab onto the new styles as soon as they arrive. So the idea behind the collection was to create a multifunctional clothing which could add more value to the garments. And hence, she promotes the reuse of clothing for a longer period than just being a seasonal trend.
Hello everyone, I'm Priya Yadav from NIFT Kangra's Fashion Design Department, and I'm hereby to present my collection, Multiway. The theme of my collection is Multiway, and it draws its inspiration from the details of the European military uniforms from the time period between 1940s and 50s. Being multi-way, my collection comprises of multi-purpose garments which can be used as another garment for different styles and occasions, and can also be used as something else, like my menswear jacket, which can be used as its own cover as well.
So I will take you to the next collection now by another student, Miss Astha. So Astha created a collection where she has used neem and turmeric as antibacterial washes or finishes for her garment. As this fashion show was conducted during the pandemic, uh, antibacterial finishes were being considered. Please let us have a look of this.
The next designer is Astha Srivastava. The theme of the collection is flaky mold, which is inspired from Tala Patrachitra. The elegance and delicacy of this art is shown by the use of composition of lines of the traditional motifs on the fabric. The designer has considered using antibacterial methods with boiled neem leaves and haldi.
Flaky mold is a portrayal and celebration of magnificent Indian culture. Patachitra or Talapatra Chitra, the palm leaf painting, is one of the oldest art forms practiced in India, where myths and folklore are illustrated on palm leaves. Flaky mold celebrates the simplicity of this art form by use of black outlined illustrations depicting the plant and animal life on overlapping waves. These waves are made on a minimal silhouette to portray a story of their own. The molting insect sheds its skin slowly to reveal a new skin underneath. So, as we flip through the pages of a Patachitra, we get to know our culture even more. The waves are a depiction of the idea, and also the beauty of the collection would be harmed and meaningless if any single one of these waves are removed. And at last, the finished garments are then dipped into an antiseptic solution of boiled turmeric and neem leaves to give it a little off-white shade.
Since this virtual fashion show was in 2020 amidst the pandemic, most of the students worked from home and used materials which were available at home or whatever they could buy during that period, and we couldn't have a fashion show on the ramp with professional models. So Astha's collection was turned into a 3D fashion show where we have used Clo. So Clo is a software which is used, and the best thing what I like about Clo is instead of making garments in the beginning, you can experiment, make your patterns, and create the garments and show your collection to your buyer before buying. This will also save use of lot of fabrics in the uh, experimental stage. So though our students work, but Clo is also a new platform where students are exploring, and the collection of Astha which you have seen right now was also created for a fashion show on the ramp using the software Clo. We'll go back to the PPT now. You can visit our website Nift Kangra and can see the work. So continuing with our PPT, I would like to inform all of you that National Institute of Fashion Technology has been working on various clusters for craft initiative projects. You can visit NIFT website and check the work which is done by students. And every year our students go and spend time with artisans and craftsperson who works on various crafts. So if you have been in Delhi Heart, in any craft mela, you will find all the crafts of India have used natural resources from the surroundings and are sustainable designs, or other these crafts are based on sustainability. So NIFT has been closely working with artisans and craft persons across the country, and our students use uh, the handlooms from various regions and come up with contemporary product. For example, the picture which you show is a multi-purpose top. So it's made from wool in from Kullu, and the pattis or the borders are traditional borders that the Himachali shawl you will find, they use these borders. So the shawl was used for making a jacket which can also be turned into a bag. Example of multifunctional product. Our students also make various accessories like bags, laptops bags, backpacks, thermos cover, headphone covers using regional textile. So NIFT has been closely working with artisans and craftspersons across the country, providing design solutions. So we now come to the end of our presentation, where I think you have a fair idea today about what is sustainability, what is sustainable fashion, but this further needs to be built up. Dear students, I will encourage you to read more books on sustainability. Few of the books which I could get on Amazon's were A Planet Full of Plastics, The Earth Book, The Children Who Saved the Mangroves, I Am Earth. There are many books, and I will request all of you to buy books on these concerns of how to go for a sustainable lifestyle. There are many videos on sustainability and sustainable fashion on YouTube and on various platforms. You can conduct your study like the students in the class did, which was presented in the story today. So with this, we come to the end of our presentation today. And thank you, everyone. I would also like to thank UNDP team for giving me this opportunity to present this presentation to all the students across India. And thank you, everyone. And stay safe and take care of yourself. And I hope we all will do our contributions, will make our practices better to make this planet a better place to live in. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.